Alright guys, we're back with Dr. Elan again on the Internet of Things, which is IoT is a game-changing approach to future technological advancements. But before we continue, I'm Hani and I'm your host for today. So, based on what you have said in the previous part, we could see that implementing IoT within an organization is very critical for mitigating these challenges and issues. So, what is the significance of IoT actually? Could you please tell us a bit about what impact the IoT could have on the economic and industrial growth of a developing region?
IoT enables company and governments to automate process and reduce unnecessary labor costs. Okay, that is very obvious. It cuts down wastes and improves service delivery. Okay, according to a research by GSMA Intelligence, the world economy benefited by 175 billion US dollars in 2018 from the productivity benefits to business from the use of IoT. And this is equivalent to 0.2% GDP, world GDP. Okay, so over half of this amount are enjoyed by manufacturing businesses, making it the sector gaining most from IoT. And the potential gains for businesses in developing countries are substantial. So enterprises are already saving around 4 to 5% of costs with relatively low deployment of IoT. So the government can encourage further economic growth by adopting right policies to simulate IoT adoption by businesses. And this in turn can sharpen their country's business sector competitiveness and result in higher tax revenues. Yeah.
This season of Mobility at Work is powered by Zindesk and sponsored by Asper. Please stay tuned for more content about managing your business with technologies. Thank you so much. Before we continue, could you please tell us a bit about yourself and your company's background? All right, I agree with that. So, do you think that there's a future of the Internet of Things in our country?
Well, IoT is becoming a norm in many industries around the globe. We must make sure that there is a future for IoT in Malaysia to ensure that we are not left behind. Okay, so there are many areas where IoT is playing important role. Okay, so you can see it in IoT in healthcare. So we have healthcare leads in Malaysia, healthcare leads to the adoption of various sensors for patient monitoring, and providing real-time feedback to the patient and caregivers. And then if you look at the education sector, we can automate attendance recording, and also we can ensure the safety in premises. Okay, we can have camera recording CCTV to detect red flags for theft, abuse, sexual assault, and other crimes that can occur within the institution. IoT-based sensor also can be used to activate alarms with the exact area of the problems. So to have proper contingency plan in case of disaster or emergency. So that is in education. And in construction, the construction industry always aims to keep track of projects, materials, and site safety. So the most important metric is cost. So which is the main decision for the adoption of such systems in the construction industry. So all these all these industries definitely need IoT. If you look at food industry has adopted IIoT, Industry Internet of Things, cloud and AI in different stages, including production, transport, storage, and consumption, which led to the proposing of Internet of Food. Okay, so they have something called Internet of Food. In transportation, transport industry aims to make travel more efficient by utilizing a large number of IoT sensors, especially by the advent of autonomous vehicles. And then smart cities. Okay, as I mentioned, there are many states in Malaysia which are very involved in smart city projects. So this development of smart cities spans from intelligent traffic management to trash collection and air quality control. So the main performance metrics for such systems are energy, accuracy, and reliability. Okay, and also in plantation sector. Okay, in Malaysia, the plantation sector contributes a lot to the economy. So the as you can see, the currently agricultural industry widely uses various sensors for monitoring humidity, temperature, soil moisture to better control and maintain the plants and trees in large-scale agricultural fields. So, and one of the biggest problem that this sector is facing is the labor shortage. And as you can see, millennials like Gen X and Y are not interested to work in harsh environments such as in palm oil plantation. So to overcome this problem and encourage young Malaysians to venture into this sector, IoT can play a big role. So tractors collecting the fruit bunches should be able to be controlled remotely from a comfortable environment, air-conditioned environment. Okay, so for example, whereas fruit bunches can be cut using a drone with laser technology that could also be controlled remotely from a comfortable environment. So, so through approaches like this in various sectors, I'm very sure it will attract many millennials to take a second look at these sectors. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Prof. Elan, for taking your time to discuss this with us. That was a very, very good sharing for us for today, to be honest. All right, so I believe this is the end of our sessions for today. We at CNDES are going to host plenty of podcast sessions with a few more guest speakers in the coming days. So if you want to know about who will be speaking with me next, please stay tuned and keep an eye out. Do check out our website, cines.biz, and follow us on our social media as well for more content about managing your business with technologies. So I'm Hani, and thank you for listening to Mobility at Work. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye-bye.